What is going on, YouTube and weight loss warriors? It's your boy C-Dub, and I'm back with another video. And today I want to talk about whether or not you can bulk up and gain muscle while still doing OMAD. And I'm going to talk about it right after this. What is going on? If you're new to this channel, my name is C-Dub, and I lost 125 pounds eating just one meal a day, or OMAD. I'd like to welcome you. I started this channel to hook you up with tips, tricks, knowledge, ideas that I've learned along the way in my journey to help you out on your journey. And to my weight loss warriors, my subscribers, the people that continue to watch my videos day in and day out and grow this community, I want to reach out and say thank you so much for helping me reach people and change people's lives. And today's topic is interesting because we hear all the time that you have to be in a calorie deficit in order to lose weight, and you have to be in a calorie surplus to build muscle and or fat. And then we hear that there's all these hormones that play into weight loss and that doesn't have anything to do with being in a deficit. And it's confusing, and people say all kinds of things. And one of the myths that we hear all the time is that you cannot lose weight and gain muscle at the same time. And that's just simply been proven as not true. People have done it time in and time out. I'm one of those people. I went on my own fitness challenge last April, and I was able to lose about 5 pounds of actual weight and still gain a ton of muscle and strength in the weight room. So I did lose some weight and still gain muscle at the same time. It is physically possible to do that. Definitely when you're burning into fat burning mode and all of those kind of things. But the topic wants to specifically talk about bulking up or gaining muscle while doing OMAD. So I would figure that if you're watching this and you either want to know more about it because you're going to one day hope to be into maintenance and want to gain some muscle, or you're already in maintenance and you want to gain muscle. And most of you probably aren't really thinking about gaining muscle while losing weight, but it is possible. And to answer the question shortly before we get into the real details of it, you absolutely can gain muscle while eating OMAD, but there are some things that you have to take into consideration. And one of which is that if you are going to gain muscle, the more protein you're intaking, the better, because the protein is helping repair the muscle. So if you're tearing it down in the weight room and then you're eating an adequate amount during your meal, you are going to be able to fix it. And a lot of people worry that weightlifting has to happen after the eating in order for it to repair, but that is also just not a true statement. You can lift your weights in the morning and then eat your meal at night, and you will still be able to repair that muscle with the meal that you have eaten at night. Most of your repairing and healing happens at sleep and rest anyways, so you're going to be able to transfer your protein over and be able to fix those situations. So you definitely want to make sure your protein intake is strong enough to fix and repair your muscle. And so is it so much that you have to have this giant surplus of calories? I don't believe that that is true. I believe that if you have an adequate amount of protein, that is going to go directly. Your body is in need of having your muscles repaired, and it's going to be asking for the protein. And when you give it the protein, it is going to put it to use. And then if there's nothing left when that is over with, it won't have any energy to store in fat, but it will still work your body fat for that energy. And your body fat can produce some of the things you need to get your energy and your muscles repaired, but you want the majority of that to come from the protein you're eating. So if you're going to do OMAD and you're going to try to gain muscle, you need to make sure your protein levels are up. But one other thing you need to consider is in the situation you're in, OMAD the right thing for you to do? Is it going to be the most efficient way to gain muscle mass? And that is a different question. And that question goes, somewhat to personal, your personal philosophy and what you want to do with yourself. But if you're talking about, I just want overall as much gains as possible, eating OMAD may not be the best thing to do, because again, the more calories you're intaking, the more opportunity you have to turn that energy into muscle and to be able to use it for gains. And a lot of people, when they are on a gaining spree, do gain a lot of fat. That's something else to consider. And so if you keep it to OMAD, you're probably not going to gain as much body fat, where if you go to something where you're eating more often and you're lifting all the time, Your body will put muscle on, but it is also going to store the extra energy as fat. And then you're going to have to go back into the whole cut phase to get yourself to look the way that you want and balance those two things out, which is sometimes can be tricky, where if you keep it at OMAD, the chances of you being in this massive surplus and gaining body fat is going to be much lower than it is if you're just eating on a regular or standard, American type diet or a bodybuilder's diet or whatever the case is. But to answer the question, yes, you simply can gain muscle while still doing OMAD. You just may not be able to get gigantic gains if that's what you're looking for. So I hope that was helpful. And I hope if you are worried about carbs and what carbs do to your body when doing OMAD, I got a video popping up right here. Check it out. It'll hook you up with the information on carbs. And all of you, I appreciate each one of you, man. Click on my face if you haven't done it yet and subscribe to this channel. It would mean the world to me. I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.